Veterans and active duty service members, great news. The VA has finally lowered their funding fees. Now, mind you, you may not know what a funding fee is. You may have never done a VA loan. Let me explain what a funding fee is. Essentially, a funding fee is what the VA loan program uses to help recoup the costs of the VA home loan program. So in days past, until obviously this year when it changes, the first time use funding fee was 2.3% of the loan amount. So on a $100,000 loan, the funding fee from VA is $2,300. You can roll it into the loan or you can pay it. Now that number is going to 2.15 or $2,150. With a subsequent use funding fee, which means it's the second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth time you use your VA loan, it was 3.6%. Now that's going to 3.3%. So that does save you money. Now, keep in mind on a purchase, if you put 5% down, that lowers both those numbers. 10% down lowers both those numbers even more. If you've got a disability rating from the VA, then you don't have a funding fee. Or if you've got a Purple Heart and you're active duty. So there are ways to avoid it. But the VA has realized very quickly that they need to be more competitive in the landscape. Okay? So they are doing what they can for veterans. Now, do I agree with the funding fee in its entirety? No. But do I understand why it exists? Yes. This is a step in the right direction. Eventually, we'll get to the point where the funding fee is much less and much less. For example, that can be rolled in. FHA, for example, is 1.75% of mortgage insurance premium upfront, which works like a funding fee, and then it's 0.55% monthly. So that's a much worse program. Conventional doesn't have upfront mortgage insurance, but it does have monthly mortgage insurance. So the VA, more often than not, is still a better program. It's still 100% financing if you're qualified and you have full entitlement, depending on how much entitlement you're using. So always look at those options. But if you're a veteran or active duty service member, just know that the VA has done a little bit to alleviate that. Have they done enough? I don't think so. However, that's not for me to say. I'm not the VA. I just work within the parameters of the program. If you've got questions about how that program benefits you, if you have questions about whether you can get a second VA loan, or if you may have lost a house in the past because something happened when you were young, and you want to know if you can still get a VA loan, you can. We just need to talk about the parameters. We need to pull up your entitlement, see what's been used, and see what you qualify for. Reach out to us with any questions about entitlement, about funding fees, or how you qualify. Happy to answer them all. Look forward to hearing from you.